Today I'm gonna take you guys with me to a coffee tasting in Long Island City. I'm so excited. I've never done something like this. Not gonna lie, I was a little skeptical getting here just because I've never been in this area. If you come by train to the Coffee Project in New York in Long Island City, you'll most likely have to walk over this bridge. Once I got there, they greeted me with this ube latte drink, which was so delicious. I need to try to make this at home. The Coffee Project has a couple locations throughout New York City, but this specific one is the one they host all their different classes at. They had the coffee grounds displayed and ready to go, and on the side there was a description of the different regions each coffee was from. The instructor gave us a general idea of what the different regions had to offer in terms of taste. We smelled the coffee grounds dry, and then we proceeded to add water into each of the cups. This brought out a lot of scent that I didn't get when I was smelling them dry. Honestly, this whole experience was so fascinating to me because I am not the best when it comes to describing the scents and flavors of drinks, especially when it comes to coffee or wine, but I love learning more from someone who's educated. And something I noticed is when you had coffee grounds next to each other, making it much more easier to compare to one another, this really helped bring out the flavors and scents of the different coffees in comparison to when I just drink one cup on its own. This class allowed an open discussion of what we each smelled and tasted, which I really liked, and it was cool to see what other people thought. I learned what coffee cupping is, and this is essentially a standardized way for people to test and assess coffee. When you're cupping, you're looking for specific characteristics like aroma, flavor, acidity, and body, and this can all help you assess the quality of the coffee that you're testing. When you're cupping coffee, you need to make sure that your spoons are always clean so you're not mixing the different coffees with each other. Once you've poured the water in and it's been steeping for about 4 minutes, you want to break the crust that's formed on the top, and before you taste, you want to smell the coffee. Coffee from an African region are typically more fruity scented compared to an Asian region where it might be more chocolatey. Personally, I like more nutty or chocolatey coffees because fruity scents typically taste too perfumey to me. We also learned this trick to remove any floating grounds or foam on the top. Your spoons start together at the top, but as you go down, you go closer to around the edges, but you maintain a barrier with both spoons. It's kind of hard to explain, but I think it's easier to follow the visual. And just make sure to rinse your spoons in between each cup. As you can tell, I was super focused during this part. Not only does the Coffee Project offer coffee tastings like this, but they also offer barista intensive, pour over intensive lessons. So if you work at a coffee shop or are looking to work at a coffee shop, or you just want to hone in your home barista skills, these are some great options for you. When you're finished skimming the top, your cup should look something like this. Now the fun part, tasting. Black coffee used to be unbearable for me to drink, but now I really appreciate the flavor. The instructor told us when we're tasting it, we should be slurping, and I think this has something to do with capturing all the flavor.
Let's sit on your tongue for a little bit. Swallow it. Let's see. What did we taste?
At first, we're not told which cups are from which region, and the whole point is for us to try to guess based off of the notes and flavors we get. I really enjoyed this, but I'm usually so bad at activities like this. It was really helpful to hear what other people tasted, and this definitely got my wheels turning a little bit more. I think my favorite coffees out of the ones we tried were the ones from the Asia regions, which were more chocolatey and rich, which I typically like. The current coffee drink I'm super obsessed with is the Ice Banner from 10,000, which is a coffee shop in New York City. What I love about it is the cream top. I'm a sucker for a sweet drink, and that's pretty much the opposite of black coffee, but these were all very enjoyable, even though I'm not one to typically enjoy a black coffee. Okay, a little intermission from my coffee class description. I had to re-edit so many videos today, and if you've watched up to this point, I just want to say I appreciate you guys so much because this day has been draining. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you probably don't know I lost a lot of footage that I had already edited because my videos got corrupted. Thank you so much, CapCut. But I'm feeling a little bit back on track now, so we're all good. Back to the coffee. The fourth cup was a little bonus coffee that we got, and this one was very, very fruity, almost like a passion fruit flavor. I think this one was my least favorite. I really like the chocolatey, nutty ones. My class successfully guessed all the coffees to the right regions. The Coffee Project New York in Long Island City is actually the location that they grind their coffee beans at as well, which is super cool. If you're interested in a class like this, definitely check out their website, or if you just want a cool latte drink. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.